Hello student, welcome to IHHPET and I am your educator Satish Diwar. So today we are going to discuss about data types. What are data types in C language and why we need the data types in C language. So first I want to discuss with you which data type you want or which type of data you want in your programming. That's all decided with the help of data types. There are some predefined data types available in our C programming language. First is integer, second is float, and third is character. In the library of the C, there are some predefined data types are available, and integer, float, and character are one of them. And there are major data types available in C. And if we expand them, there will be many expansion available. I will discuss this, but first I want to start with integer data type. Integer data type. In integer data type, you can get or you can use non-decimal values. Non-decimal values is where no decimal value is present. Simple. In float data type, which type of value you will use? You will use a decimal type of value. Whenever you want to get whenever you want to store a decimal type of value, in this time you will use a float data type. For example, your balance. Your account balance is a float type data type of value because there is both present, rupiah as well as paisa. Okay, so you can understand easily which type of data is using, and the data type tells us which type of data we need to take as an input in the time of program. In C language, there is two type of data types. First is basic data type and second is derived data type. So in basic data types, you can learn integer, float and characters. Integer is denoted by int, float is denoted by float and character is denoted by char. And these all are called keywords. Okay, so integer, float and character, these all are called keywords. And now we are switching to the derived data types. In derived data type, you can see pointer is a derived data type, array is a derived data type, structure is a derived data type, and union is also a derived data type. And these two types of category of data type you can learn in this lecture, and we will continue with this lecture. And now I am switching to the digital display and we will discuss this all program with the help of practical knowledge. In this lecture, we will discuss about data types. What is data type in C language? Why we need the data type in C language? And why we use the data types? We will discuss these all topics in details. So let's start. First, I want to tell you something about the data type. It is a type of a data which is used in the program. Okay, so you can see here, whenever we define a variable or use any data in C language, we have to specify the type of the data so the compiler knows what type of data to expect. Or you can say in simple language, data types are used to define a variable before to use in a program. And it tells us which type of data we are using in our program. For example, I want to tell you, there are some major data types are available. But if I am giving you example of an integer, so integer is here a data type, age is here a variable name, and I am assigning age 27. So the age value will be 27. Whenever you will print age, you will get 27 as an answer. So integer data type tells us we are using a non-decimal value. Okay, so compiler can easily understand which type of data we are taking as an input. Okay, so it tells us which type of data we are using in our program. Now you can see here data types help us. Data types help us to determine the size of a variable, which type of data you using, the size of a variable depend on the data type. Okay, we will discuss in detail. So you can easily determine size of a variable here with the help of a data type. And also you can see here constant array are determined by the data types. There are the following data types in C present. So you can see here 4 major data types are here. So these all are the categories of data type. You can say first basic data type, second derived data type, third enumeration data type, and fourth void data type. So basic data type and derived data type are mostly used in the data types. These both data types are commonly and mostly used data types in C programming language. And enumeration data type and void data type, they are less used data type in C programming language. There are the 4 major data types available in C language in basic data type. You can see here float, integer, character, and double. This is 4 basic data types which we always use for defining the which type of data we are taking as an. Okay, so float contains the decimal values. Float contains the decimal value like a is equal to 9.8. Integer value contains the non-decimal value. Non-decimal value like age is equal to 27. Age will be never in the decimal because we always say that I am 27-year-old, I am 29-year-old, but we never say that I am 29.3-year-old. So integer value will be used to represent the age of a person. Okay, in character you can say that we take input as a character. So we can see here grade is equal to A. It is a character value. And double is 2 times of float, and whenever we want to take input as a double, okay, in this time we use double data type. Okay, so you can take it as a percent 99.8. Now I am explaining you all the data types in details. So first I want to tell you something about integer data type. So integer data type is a data type which allows a variable to store the numerical values which contain non-decimal values. It allows non-decimal values and its size is 2 byte to 4 byte. Depend upon the architecture of the operating system, the data type size will be vary because the size for different data types depend on the compiler and processor type. In short, it depends on the computer on which you are running the C language and the version of the C compiler that you have installed. You can see here example for integer. Integer is a data type, age is variable name, and 10 is a value which will be stored in age. In this slide you can see we are discussing integer data type and its size in bytes, and also we are discussing range of integer data type. So integer is categorized in short, int, unsigned, long, unsigned, long integer. So short type of integer takes 2 byte in our memory. Integer 2 byte, unsigned integer 2 byte, long integer 4 byte, and unsigned long integer 4 byte. So size I am mentioning here, that is in byte. Range you can see here Now we will discuss float data types. As you all know, float always contain the decimal values. So we can say that it allows decimal values. Float data type allow a variable to store numerical values, but that is a decimal values. Okay, so you can see here its size is 4 byte. Okay, and every time whenever you will see, you can see that our float data type size you will get 4 byte in our C programming. Okay, an example you can see here. Example, float is a data type, mark is a variable name, and 19.69 is a value which will be stored to the marks. Now you can see here float data type. Float data type, size in bytes, range of the float data type. So float carries 4 byte in memory location, double carries double of the float, 8 byte in memory location, and long double use 10 bytes in memory location. Okay, and you can see the size for float, float double, and for long double. Now we will discuss character data type. Here you can see it allow the character values. Okay, so you can take input as a character values if you use the character data type. Character data type allow a variable to store the character values, and the size of the character data type value is 1 byte in a memory location. Char is a data type, name is variable name, and a is storing in name, and a is a character. You can see here this table for character data type. Here you can see size in bytes, character contain 1 byte in memory location, signed character contain 1 byte in memory location, and unsigned character can contain 1 bytes in memory location. You can see the range of character, signed character, and unsigned character also. Now we will discuss the second category of data types. So you can see here there are 4 major data types in C programming language. Okay, so second category is derived data type, and in this second category the derived data type is in second category the derived data type is categorized in 4 categories. You can say that array, pointer, structure, and union. Array is a derived data type, pointer is also a derived data type, structure and union are also called derived data types. The third category of data type which we are using is enumeration data type. It is denoted by the enum. A enumeration data type consists of named integer constant as a list, and it starts with a 0, and by default the value is incremented by the 1 for the sequential identifier in the list. Our fourth category of data type is a void data type. It is defined or denoted with help of void. You can see here void is an empty data type that has no value. So we not use this, and this can be used in functions and pointers. So in all the functions and in the time of pointers we use this void data type. Let's move to the digital display for practical, and now we will discuss this all topic with practical training, and each and every topic we will cover with a program.